Hello, my nail friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Rosie. This is Mary Rosie Dips, and in today's video, we are using the long-awaited West Coast Dips non-sticky builder gel, along with their gel base and gel top coat, and then of course my Young Nails protein bond. So I've never used non-sticky builder gel before. Didn't even know it was a thing until Jolene reached out to me. I am a brand ambassador for West Coast Dips, and she reached out and said, hey, I have this. Do you think you could try it out before the release? And she sent it to me. Post office took forever sending this specific package to me, and I got it. Finally got a chance to use it. It is live on the website already. Let me just say that it was not what I was expecting, but in a good way. I've been using actual regular builder gel for a couple of years, and specifically the West Coast builder gel. I think it's been a year, maybe a little more, that I've actually been using the West Coast Dips brand, but non-sticky builder gel is just different, and I guess I'll show it to you. I guess I don't know how to explain it except when I'm actually showing you how I do it. So in this video right here, I am going to show you, I think I show most, if not all, of my nails. I applied Young Nails Protein Bond over my natural nails that were completely filed down my previous builder gel, and then I'm going in here and just adding one layer of gel base, and I'm just doing a flash cure just to leave it sticky enough to get the non-sticky builder gel to stick to it. And then I'm using these nail forms that I have from Amazon. Nail forms exactly like this are actually also available on West Coast Dips. These I've had for over a year, never used them because I didn't know, I should say more, I didn't have time to try to do anything with them. And what you do is you size them to your nail, sidewall to sidewall. And then right here I have my Painted Desert Sidewinder flash curing lamp. And I think you definitely need or I thought at least you needed a flash cure. But I want to say after a couple of nails, I realized I don't necessarily need the flash cure because it stays put more than jelly tips or regular builder gel, if that makes sense. So here I am opening the brand new package. This color is called Lono. I hope I'm saying it right. Lono. And it's a light pink, very neutral, beautiful, solid color. But it is a little bit sheer. So that's why I like this builder gels from West Coast Dips, because you have options of just wearing them by themselves or wearing them with something on top. And so I'm using this cuticle tool here. Do you see how thick it is? So I did it a couple of ways. This first nail, I used the end of that cuticle tool just to get it out of the container and put it on the end of the form. And then I'm using the other side of it to kind of flatten it out, make it as smooth as possible, which by the time I got to the last couple of nails, I realized I technically didn't need to do this, but this is my first time playing with it. And I also had no idea how much I was supposed to be putting on the form. And initially I felt like it was too much, which did turn out to be too much, but flattening it out, I guess, helped some. And it's more of you just got to figure out how much you need for you, your nail, your length, your strength, and that kind of stuff. So I'll let you watch here for a second. So as you can see, I spread it out a pretty good amount onto the nail form, and then I just placed it on my nail, and then I'm realizing partly right here that I had too much because it was seeping out of the sides. But I also at this point could have and probably should have removed a little bit of the builder gel. But I decided to just leave it alone, try to work with it, figure it out, because this is me trying to figure out a new product, which I love to do. So it sits on the nail pretty good, which is probably when I realized I didn't need to flash cure it. And I'm just cleaning up the sides. It definitely gives you plenty of opportunity to clean up any excess that's seeping out of the sides. I was just mainly taking it off of my skin, not necessarily any that was hanging out, seeping above the cuticle, if that makes sense. And then I cured it for 30 seconds in the West Coast Dip Slam. I can't even tell you if the instructions are for 30 to 60 seconds of curing time, but I can look that up to let you know. I know that it cured for 30 seconds perfectly fine, and I was able to pop off the nail form in the West Coast Dip Slam. I usually don't have an issue curing anything. So here you see me trying to find a fit for my index finger. And I went through a couple of times, and I think I started right back out on the first one that I had. You don't want the nail form to be too small. You don't want it to be too thick. Like I said, you do want it to too big. You do want it to get to sidewall so that you don't have too much seepage or anything like that. So at first, when I was doing this, I wanted to try to make my nails longer to basically extend them. And then in the end, I ended up just leaving it the length of my natural nails. You'll see at the end of the video. But for this one, I wanted to see how far out I could make a form, or an extension, I should say. And I put a pretty big amount on to the nail form of the sticky builder gel, to spread it out mostly to just about the whole nail. And then on top of it, I gave myself I call it a pokey nail, but it is a stiletto tip, basically, which you'll see here after that I take off my form. I didn't end up leaving this at the end, just because I made them the length of my natural nails. But same process. I'm just going through trying to figure out how to flatten and smooth the sticky builder gel, because this one you have to do it, or so I thought, with something, but it not like a brush and liquid, like what is it that you can do that with? Gosh, I forget the name. The other stuff I've used, can't remember the name of it right now. Sorry, but I'm basically just making sure it's not, sitting too high off my nail, and it's not seeping out of the sides. I went and cured it for 30 seconds, and then you'll see it takes me a couple of seconds to get the form off, but really you just have to loosen it. And then I ended up popping it off, and you'll see this big old long stiletto nail that you can actually make. I think it's pretty funny that I have a stiletto nail. They don't look good on me at all. So, of course, I'll be cutting that down to eventually my natural length. So I'm just moving on to the third nail here. Added gel base, flash cured it for 10 seconds. And then I'm going on with the next nail form. And you notice that I cover my sticky builder gel in between. I have that lamp sitting right there. What I inadvertently don't want to do is cure that. So that's why I'm covering in between. And you see me having to basically reopen the package every time, which is fine. That doesn't bother me at all. So the application of this I felt was very different than builder gel. I I don't think I've ever tried builder gel with nail forms. Not plastic nail forms. I've done builder gel numerous times with paper forms, extended my natural nail, cut down my nails, extended it with paper forms, did a builder gel overlay. I've done all the things over the last couple of years with regular builder gel. This reminds me, or I should say is probably in the general category of the, what is that called? Polygel. It reminds me of polygel in its texture, I guess. But with polygel and like the sculpture gel from iGel, you need, I'm going to say it's alcohol to apply because it's sticky. So you can't get it to come off the brush or come off of the little palette thing without having some kind of liquid to be able to brush off and shape it and lay it down. Now, I know that you still need that for nail forms to be able to smooth it out prior to application. So that's one big difference here is you don't have to have that smoothing liquid or whatever it's called just to get it to not be sticky. And that's why this is called non-sticky builder gel. So I wore this non-sticky builder gel for, I'd say it was a couple of weeks as basically an overlay on my natural nails, and it felt just as, what's the word I'm thinking of? Goodness, I'm at a loss for words today. It's just as protective. It's not flexible. It didn't feel any softer. It didn't break or chip. I only took it off because I was doing something else to try a different product. But I want to say these come in, there's either 5 or 6 different colors along with clear. But this is a great protector to put on your nails. It's just different to work with, but not necessarily harder than builder gel. It's just different than regular builder gel for me, and different than dip powder, obviously. But I did use this as a base layer on my natural nails, and I did my same process, prepped it, filed it, shaped it, just like I do my builder gel, and then I did gel top coat over it, and I dipped. So my nails weren't any thicker because I was able to get it as thin as I wanted to. I did use my e-file to thin it down. It wasn't very hard to file it by hand. I just chose to use my file so that I could add it into this video. Some filing to take down some of the bulk. My nails were not all the same thickness because I was unsure of how much I needed to put on the nail form. And you can see here on my last one that I actually didn't even smooth it out. I picked it up with the end of the nail form and then just put it on my nail and tried to get it to shape down that way, which I think felt like it worked out better for me than actually using the little pusher end of that tool that I had in my hand. So it's kind of like you got to figure out how much you need on your brush for builder gel and how much you need on your nail. And for this, it's more of how much you need to pick up at first. And you can always just take it off and add more. Just like builder gel, in the beginning, less is more until you figure out exactly how much you need to. One, where it doesn't seep on the sides, and 2, it gives you enough thickness to where you can just file it down real quick and make it even. I finished curing the nails, or I should say I finished curing the pinky. The rest have already been cured. I'm just cleaning off with isopropyl alcohol right now and pulling out my West Coast Tips drill. The first drill bit I'm using is an extra coarse drill bit. I got this guy off Amazon. I am going to be using, I think I use a speed of 19. Yeah, 19 for removal If you're not familiar with drill bits or the removal process, make sure you get a safety bit. This is not a safety bit because I've been using a drill to remove and do my nails for a couple of years already. So I know I won't cut myself, but make sure that you're using a safety drill bit and you have it on a little bit lower speed if this is your first time using it. You don't want to cut yourself on the cuticle, but all I'm doing is filing down and shaping, but it wasn't necessarily much harder to file down and shape than builder gel. I didn't use my drill because it was like acrylic with monomer. I'm just using my drill to use my drill in this video. And then when I do my builder gel new application, like an entire new application, I do use my drill to initially file and shape, but not the coarse bit, if that makes sense. Builder gel is much softer, so you don't want to use a extra coarse bit. And this came off pretty easy, so I honestly could have used the medium or even a fine bit. I just did extra coarse because I didn't know what I was going to be getting since I hadn't done this before. So I will let you watch the filing down and shaping of the non-sticky builder gel. did change to this, I want to say it's a medium grit. And this one is not a safety bit, but this one won't cut you if you get on your skin. I'll try to remember to link it down below. I also got this guy, I believe, off Amazon. It is just a final smoothing in way to get around the cuticle, so that I don't cut myself also. This one you can use to seal your cuticle edge as well, which is why it doesn't cut you. So I'm just going along, and then I will be using this on each nail, making sure everything is nice and sealed, nice and smooth. That way our application is ready to go. And I like my builder gel pretty thin. I usually just do 2 layers of builder gel. With this, I would have to figure out how you can do a second layer if needed. I'll see if I can put it in the description of maybe another video. But like I said, I do like my builder gel thin, which is going to be the same thing for my non-sticky builder gel. I'm going to like it thin. But I was able to wear this for, gosh, I think I had it 3 days with nothing on top, just gel top coat, and none of my nails chipped or broke or cracked or anything like that. Here I'm just buffing and filing, and then I'll reshape. And I think I did most of that actually off camera. But once you buff, file, and shape, we're going to be cleaning with alcohol, and then we're ready for our gel top coat. And at this point is where you can do gel base and gel top coat, but I choose to do Young Nails protein bond and then my gel top coat. I like to do the protein bond because it's technically a thinner layer than doing gel base, even though the West Coast Tips gel base is very thin. It's just one less layer for me to have to sit and cure. It's just a speed thing for me because I do so many manicures. So one full layer on each nail of the Young Nails protein bond or gel base, and then gel top coat I'm using from West Coast Tips. And I'm just going to be doing one full layer on each nail, and you'll see me go off camera for a couple of seconds. All I'm doing is a flash cure on each nail, especially my thumb, since it's going to be sideways when I do the other ones. I might do a couple of the other nails and then do the flash cure. It's just my flash curing process. I like to flash cure instead of fully cure everything until I'm done. Less time under the lamp, and it's just a quicker process for me personally. And we are on to the last nail, and at this point I am going to do a full 30-second cure, which is my normal, and that'll cure the rest of the nails that had only been flash cured. Thank you so much for joining me. Here is our beautiful Manny using non-sticky builder gel, currently available on West Coast Tips, and I'll post my discount code down below. Have a good day. Bye.